What's up, everybody? My name is Michael Gardiner, founder of BFI Meetings and B2B.io. I want to talk today about why the reasons that most agency owners fail. Now, for a little bit of context, people new to the channel, I've been running agencies for 7 years. My current agency does right around $40,000 a month and is actively growing. So I'm not saying I'm the most experienced agency owner in the world, but I certainly know a thing or two. And I've also had the honor and privilege to work with, at this point, hundreds of people starting an agency, either through coaching or just general interactions, Facebook groups. And I've really identified three things that I think are the key reasons people fail. It's commonly known that most people start a business won't succeed. And I think that sometimes it's easy to get hung up on a specific tactic or one really small segmented area of the business being the reason things fail. And as much as I don't necessarily like saying that it's a mindset thing, I do think it's a personal thing that you need to fix, because if you look at these three things I'm going to go over, well, that's going to tie into not doing enough outreach or service delivery being bad or just whatever. So let's go ahead and jump in.
Drop it.
The first thing, and this is so common, is the inability to solve problems or create solutions without hand-holding. I'm consistently surprised how many people come to me with the same problems every week, and they're just hopeless to figure out solutions on their own. And I think this comes down to some people are going to figure it out. We're going to hire somebody to help if they need. We're going to just get it done. And then there's people who just spin their wheels and never go anywhere. And these people aren't necessarily bad. A lot of times they don't even realize they're doing this. But entrepreneurs, they create their own problems and they fix their own problems. They create their own solutions for things, right? And I think that a lot of people either they're not cut out for it, but they just think that they can follow some blueprint and there won't have any unique problems. There will always be problems that are specific to you. And there might not always be an easy YouTube video on the 3 steps you need to do to fix things. This is being an entrepreneur. You have to test. You have to really go deep down into forums. You might have to hire a consultant. You might have to figure it out completely on your own. And I think a lot of people get into business and they don't understand the massive need for being able to fix your own problems. You're going in uncharted territory commonly, and you can't always just lean on a 5-step guide or a YouTube video. And this ties into the second point, which is a lack of creativity and herd mentality. I talk a lot about not doing the same offers as everybody else, but when it comes down to it, you look at how many people have the same offer, the same service, the same website, the same copy, the same outreach, and there's just not much creativity. They're just doing what everyone else does. They find a course and they do exactly everything that everyone else does in that course. Now, I'm not saying these are bad people. I'm not saying they're bad entrepreneurs. I did the same thing when I first started out. But at some point, you have to realize that you need to be creative. You need to think left field. You need to have a unique idea and a unique business in order to really do well. You can't just do what everybody else does, because it's just going to be drowning in a red ocean where everybody else is competing. So lack of creativity and herd mentality. And the third thing, and I'm going to call out specifically young entrepreneurs. I started when I was 15, and I totally get it. I did this myself a little bit, is general lack of professionalism and understanding of business. Specifically young guys, they're maybe in high school or they just started college. They've never worked in a corporate environment. They've never even worked in any business environment, and just a general lacking professionalism, updating clients, focusing on customer experience, showing up to meetings on time, professional profile pictures, clean social media. And I think that's just the start of it. But I think that having professionalism and just understanding business, when I say understanding business, knowing your P&L, knowing business terminology, understanding your cost of service, just all this stuff is just generally overlooked because it's not sexy, it's not shiny, but it's going to be required to really grow. Now, if you think that any of these things are applying to you, I'd highly encourage you to look at solutions. I'm constantly auditing myself and looking at, where can I improve in business? And for example, like for me, I'm really great at creativity, but sometimes I get stuck on technical problems. So what do? I hire someone who's better than me. I work with a business partner. I try to be self-aware of these things. So if you are starting your agency, you're just starting out, these are 3 things to not let hold you back, but to consider and think about how you can break free of. If you want more content like this around building an agency, feel free to check out the channel. I post pretty regularly on mainly how to get clients, but also stuff like this. So if you enjoyed it, drop a like. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.